Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Electronic Harassment Parent Coalition of Palm Springs, California. My name is Kevin Bond. I'm the host for the show, and I just want to say thank you for the last month or two. Everything has been really, really good. If I look a little tired tonight, it's because Lisa has been, I would say, probably as abusive as she's ever been. I think that today's postings reflect kind of how I feel about the situation, which is not hopeless, but it's ridiculous to think for on any level that I am naive to the fact that this person has followed me and has tried to make me look a certain way. But I think that one of the reasons that I record these videos is so that you can see that I am trying my best to keep myself from being killed. And, this morning I woke up to Lisa and Christian sitting there telling me about how they're going to throw my family off of a cliff. Um, I mean, it's just typical stuff. This is just the way she is. And it wouldn't be so bad. It would just be words if I hadn't had so many things happen in the past. I've been shot at. I've been sexually assaulted. I have had cars tampered with. I've had homes broken into. And, the thing is you look at the situation with Jodi Arias and you understand to yourself, if there was some way we could have prevented that from happening to Travis Alexander, wouldn't we do better than this? Because we're not doing better than this. What we're doing right now is we're giving a psychopath access to the person that she's wanted to victimize this long, and we're giving her everything that she ever wanted in terms of access to me. And I don't like it. It's one of those things where there's plenty of evidence that could be used to stop her. But the fact remains that, we tend to forget that although I hear this all day long, I mean, you can see it in my face right now. You can see that it's been an all-day assault on me and my family and, what I do to try to keep myself safe. This girl wants everybody to give her access to me constantly so that she can continue her quest to try to kill me. And I know that sounds really rash, but when you look at the facts, that's what she's done. She's a very, very violent individual. And she's, not a very big person, so she has to have somebody else go ahead and do this. And of course, I work at night, and of course, I have to make a living for myself. But at the same time, I have to live with the fact that this person sees, hurting my family as a viable option. And, when you're dealing with a psychopath and you have a team like mine, you wonder to yourself just exactly how much longer do you think that it's going to be before she snaps and does something else. I know because I've lived this before. I know that Jonathan Mendenhall knew because he didn't want to put up with it anymore and told her so, and then everything went crazy for him. I want you to see in my face, look, I know what's happening, and I've been a part of this for a long, long time now. And I want Sergeant Anderson to realize that, I've already told my father about this, and I've already explained to him, the situation. Now my dad and mom are getting phone bills with phone calls to places that they've never called before. And they're using, Lisa's using their landline to make phone calls. Well, I want to explain something really quickly to you, and I'm going to put it on the blog tonight. Hopefully I'll get it done in a little bit. That, the phone game is something that needs to be checked into, because what's happening is numbers are being used, phone numbers are being used portably, which means that, Lisa is taking my parents' landline, a line dedicated to their home that's plugged into the wall, and using it on cell phones to either text or make phone calls from. Well, landlines are dedicated, and things like fax numbers and landlines have certain purposes. They don't get switched. If you have a number at your home that's dedicated to a fax, then you shouldn't see text messages coming from it. And you shouldn't see it being switched over to a cell phone so that she can use it whenever she feels like and then switch it back. I saw my dad looking at his phone bill, and he was, he doesn't have to pay for these calls, but there's no possible way that, this phone number should be making phone calls that don't have anything to do with my parents. And once again, this is just more targeting of my family that Lisa tells everyone that she hates. I've heard it a million times. I am really upset with Sergeant Anderson for allowing this girl to have this kind of access to me and my family unfettered without him having a conversation with them saying, this girl is dangerous. You need to do everything that you can to make sure that she stays away from you. He has a responsibility to my family because he's the one that asked me to do the informant work. And what I don't understand is how in the world he can possibly sit there and listen to me telling him this after all of the truthful things that I have told him and wonder if I'm telling the truth now. Don't wonder. It's the truth. She's crazy. She is a very, 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 very dangerous human being. I am afraid for my life, and I'm afraid for my family. I have, a less than 1-year-old baby at my house, and I'm afraid she's going to go in and poison food when we're not there. I mean, this is not something that is beyond her capabilities. This is something that Sergeant Anderson needs to deal with. You need to find her, and you need to have her charged with stalking me. You need to do that because I have worked really, really, really hard to keep her out of my life. Lately, she's been telling everybody, well, I just want to be able to do this to him for the rest of his life for all the mean things he's done to my family. Listen, I don't have anything to do with her family. Nothing. Never have. I didn't know she had a brother. I didn't know she had a sister. I didn't even know her mother and father, and I don't want to. I have absolutely no plans in contacting them. And if people do contact them and tell them about this project, that's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to make sure that Christopher's safe, make sure that I'm safe, and make sure that I tell the parents that are the parents of the victims of this crime that you need to help me. Because if you don't help me, this girl is going to try again to hurt me or my family. And I've done everything I can to help you. So I just wanted to make sure everybody understands that once again, she has gone off the deep end. She's crazy again, and it sounds like she's using a lot of drugs. I've heard Christian and she's screaming and yelling all day long, all night long. And this girl needs to be stopped. I just want to say thanks. I love you, Christopher, but you got to do more. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.